Hey boys and girls, how's it going? I'm back. I am back. I went to go visit the Lantern. I got my powers recharged. I feel good. It was a good weekend away. I'm glad I'm away. I was away and back. I'm happy to be back with you guys. I'm Dutch Doll. I'm the host of Dutch Doll Discussions. And first off, before I do anything, I like to thank the person who sent me this hat. I don't mind anonymous gifts. I really don't. But I like to say thank you personally. And I like to know who I'm going to send the t-shirt to because you didn't leave any reply information for me. So get back to me, put it in the comments, DM me, get on Discord, go on Dust Doll Discussions on Facebook, get back to me, let me know who you are, I'll send a t-shirt out for you right away. And what I like about this hat is the box it came in, because even though I got a gift myself, I put the box down on the fucking floor, I put the hat on, I go to look, I look good, I like the hat, mobile gas station, I'm a car guy. I look down, the box is gone. So I go to investigate the box being gone, of course. I hear some noise downstairs, I go to turn the corner, and this is what I see right about here. How do I follow up a pistol? I mean, seriously, how do I follow that up? So we thought about it. What story we're going to cover today, or what history lesson I would give you from the department, or what experience could I share with you to make you laugh, or what experience I could share with you to make you like, what the fuck? Yeah, no. And it's Monday, and since it's a hard Monday, to just cool out. Fall is definitely here. Summer's over, which we knew already. But it feels more like fall today than it has in a while. So, what am I going to cover? I'm going to cover a search warrant. Yeah, I was going to cover EMS today, but I did a dry run of this and it didn't go as well as I planned it had to go. So, we're going to break down a stack on a search warrant. Because unlike any other part of the police department, in organized crime, we hit our own doors. We don't use the issue, our SWAT guys. We do it ourselves. Organized crime, we hit more search warrants than E-Issue did in a year combined than they did. Yeah, well, it was one of those things. And we did it all with pistols. They went with the MP5s, the M4, shotgun, this and that for different. Yeah, because each gun's a tool on a tool belt. And, we went with a fire extinguisher, a dog lanyard, 2 ballistic vests, 2 ballistic shields, 8 ballistic vests, because everybody on the stack, 8 guys to a stack, minimum. You had the bunker, you had bunker security, you had bunker security. After that, you had animal control, either fire extinguisher or lanyard. Next one, you had animal control, fire extinguisher or lanyard, depending how you want to divvy it up. After that, you had cuff and toss. Guys who would help the bunker and bunker security or backfill the security role for the bunkers, the shields of the bunkers, so they can keep rotating through rooms and we can cover everybody up and search them. And, well, that's what a toss is, a search. And it would help you through. It was a safer way to do a search warrant. You had a breacher. You had a breacher's assistant, usually a ram or a hydro ram. You'd bend the door frame out so the door locks wouldn't catch, and you just push the door open. Or you use a Kelly or pry bar to pop the door. Or you take this really big pipe with handles on it, ram it into the door around the lock locations, and the door would pop. Did every door pop? No. I think one door took 72 swings. And we're rotating breachers. I even had to turn up a breaching. I was like, no. I got if you're not going to get in the first 3 swings, you're not going to get it. You need to pass off the ram to the next guy with a fresh pair of arms to hit it. And remember, there's 8 guys to a stack. So by the time you get to the end, and I was dead, yeah, whatever. So if it got to me, we're in a bad spot. But listen, They got through it. 72. 72 strikes. Door finally gave in. So, what is some of the worst stuff I've seen on a search warrant? I've seen the breacher hit the wrong door. By accident and on purpose. I saw a breacher go back with the ram so far that he hit the door behind him. Didn't cause any damage, but a round circle on the door. I've seen a breacher misunderstand the case officer pointing out the door and hit the door next to it and blew the door off the hinges. That's always fun. I've seen perps go out windows. Not even windows with fire escapes. I never really saw anything flushed. Because even though we weren't narcotics, we did do some drug warrants. We're a gang. We're going after guns and stuff like that. You can't flush a person and you can't flush a gun, no matter how hard you try. Narcotic search warrants were a totally different animal. Guys would go in there with a sledgehammer and fucking hit the toilet. We try to shut the water off in the location right before the warrant. But that means they still got one good flush for whatever water was in the toilet. So they could get rid of drugs nonetheless. But I've seen narcotics detectives run in with a sledgehammer, a guy going to cut the bag and try to get the powder in it, and he just, boom, hits it. And the toilet just... And at one point, you'd be able to get down the pipe and get as much pot. Maybe he flushed the bag, you can get in there and get it, but was. And then there was the search warrant I was on. Where the dog ones are usually the funniest ones. We had 3 search warrants where we popped 2 doors. One when I was in order crime and 2 in gang. And listen, these are memorable search warrants. It's not I've been involved in hundreds of search warrants, executing them. And so we hit a door in auto crime. It wasn't even my warrant. I happened to be a body of the team. So boom, we hit the door. Door opens up. Pitbull right there. Nose wall to wall with us. He growls, and the dog takes off running down the hallway. So before we can get the fire extinguisher out, to spray him with CO2, because 9 times out of 10 the dog would get scared and run back into the apartment and hide. Fine. Usually to the bathroom, we could secure it in the bathroom, and that's why we do it. So we hit the door. Dog goes to attack. Runs by the complete stack. Doesn't even look at one guy dressed in black with the helmet on and the vest. It runs by and runs out of the house. Okay. But that's not what made the search warrant memorable. What made the search warrant memorable was 8 detectives out in front of the location afterwards trying to catch the dog. With a perp handcuffed to one of us, trying to call his dog back. Yeah. 8 guys. Yeah. That's what made it memorable. Now, another memorable one in gang. My partner is running a fever. He is. It's the middle of winter. He's running a fever so bad we need that guy because the minimum we could hit a warrant with is 8. We couldn't even let him go home and come back because they were scared we had to hit that warrant. He was the last guy in the unit everybody else was out. This assignments, whatnot, and you don't want to hit a warrant with a new guy on the team the night before. It's a cohesive thing. It's a superstitious thing. It's a luck thing. You want to have everybody on your team that's a varsity player. And my partner was one of those varsity guys. So they stuck him in the bunk room. We got 2 hours before the warrant. Go to bed. Go to fucking sleep. It's the middle of winter. It's January. I don't know why we hit a January warrant. But somebody's case, some guy's case, who thought it was a great idea to hit this warrant. Okay. Warren comes, I'm like, P, how do you feel? He's like, oh, I'll get you there. You just get us through. I'm on your back the whole way. He was bunker, I was bunker security. We're the first bunker in, like most times. I got you. I'll ride you through. If you fall, just stay down. I'll push through with. I'll pick up the bunker. I'll just keep going. Just get somebody on my back. And I hated wielding that shield. I hated moving around with the goddamn thing. So damn heavy. So we were in the confines of 7-2 Sunset Park. Boom! We hit the door. We were moving. I mean, we get to the end of the apartment. Nothing happened. The dog runs under the bed. So we call for animal control, which is the two guys, and come on, let's go. Go do your jobs. And when the guy gets under the bed with the dog, try to pull the dog from under the bed, and the dog just explodes. Just crap everywhere. It just the room reeked of shit. I mean, it was bad. Bad. Worse than my partner's ass could ever be. I mean, the RMP with the windows closed. It was just bad. So I'm able to coax the dog out. And the dog is covered in crap. Covered. So I give him to the animal control guy. I'm like, this is your problem now. Now, we made it always a point to say, after every search warrant TAC meeting, no dogs. No dogs. It was like the last thing always said. No dogs. No dogs. You hit this warrant, and there's two dogs there, and I'm like, get to the warrant, get to the back end, like, ask the perp, what are the dogs' names? Damien and Lucifer. No dogs, right? No dogs? No, you said no dogs, right? No dogs. And it's two dogs. Not one, but two. So we come back downstairs. And my partner gives me a shield. I throw it in the back of the trunk for him. Now I'm trying to take all the weight off him, take the heavy vest off him, throw it in the back seat. His big bald head is sitting there, and I guess remember, it's January, it's cold, and he's literally got steam coming off of his head. It was kind of funny. So I look at the sergeant, I'm like, we secure? He goes, yeah. I'm like, he's like, take him back to the base, let him sign out, get him the fuck out of here, tell him to go sick before he infects the whole office. I'm like, he infected 8 people. We rode in a van here, so throw him the RP, take him back to the base. He signs out, he goes home. I return to the search warrant scene. Everybody had cleared the scene at that point. That the 7-2 precinct processing. We go back to process it. And my partner goes to see the department sergeant, and the department sergeant goes, you're fine. Take 2 aspirin, go to work tonight. So when the next morning when I went in, there he is. It was fortuitous for me. Because I was just going to give myself a down night, which I didn't do many of them at all. And I was going to type reports, catch up, and whatnot. A couple days go by, and we get called for a warrant. Sometimes we get call-outs for warrants, you know. We're short. We need you. We have no other choice, which is fine. We'll pop in for a warrant. We'll make a guest appearance, a celebrity guest appearance. And we had a good name for each other. We got a good name for ourselves. So with some, I forgot what unit it was. I forgot what unit it was. So we're hitting the door for these guys, right? We are not on the first floor, which we usually are, bunker security. We're somewhere in the middle. We're not animal control. We might have been breacher assistant times 2, because I think we wound up hitting 2 doors, or a door within a door. You know, you boom a door and there's another locked location in the search warrant location, so you boom another door. By the way, when we used to hit these warrants, we used to call them two and a boom, because you made 2 controlled purchases from the location, which is usually narcotics or a weapon or something like that, and then you hit the door. Because there was a minimum standard of probable cause we needed to obtain the warrant, so we called the two and a boom. So, we're on the stack. And like I said, we're not animal control. So, we might have been cuff and toss on the stack going through it. After the breacher's assistant, we may have been melded back into the stack and, you know. Then cuff and toss, you eventually make your way up to the shields. To back the shield up. But listen, if your partner's down the shield, it's like, you don't know the way the guy moves, and it was just one of those things. So, we're going through this hallway. They boom the door swings open, we're going through this long, long hallway. And, dog. BFD. Big fucking dog, as we would say. He plants himself at the beginning of the hallway, and he's a big, muscular pit bull. Which, listen, I have nothing against pit bulls. I have two basset hounds. I mean, all dogs behave the same. Just how much bite they have in them. Or fight. Bite or fight. With us, it used to be fight or flight. With them, it's just bite and fight. So it was like, dog, 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 dog. Animal control comes up. We're pushing forward. Now, this is all on the move. You cannot... Once the train starts, it doesn't stop. And it doesn't stop on a dime either. Because by the time you get to the end of the apartment, you have to know the end of the apartment's coming up, because you have to start slowing down. Because if you don't, the whole stack will pile into one room. And then you gotta... Yeah, it's a thing. So guys are bailing left, guys are bailing right, dog's coming down the hallway, guy hits the fire extinguisher to chase it back. And it's not a CO2 extinguisher. It's not. It's a powder extinguisher. So you get 8 guys in black vests, helmets, the whole 9 yards, fighting through this cloud of powder. I mean, just fucking Keystone Cops. It's just one of those things. Fight through all this powder. You can't breathe, and I mean, because you give that dog a good, healthy dose of powder. In an enclosed hallway in an apartment in New York City, in the winter with no windows open, no ventilation, that powder just sits. It just sits. It's like it suspends itself, and it doesn't go anywhere. It's just one of those things. How much worse could this search warrant get? And then you hear the toilet flush. And you hope that it's some guy taking a shit or a piss, and that he just happened to be in the bathroom when you hit that door. And you think to yourself, how fast did we get that door popped? How fast did we get that door popped? Because if we didn't, we just lost everything. It might have been an narco warrant. I know I couldn't think of the unit before, but it probably was a narco warrant. If I was thinking that, probably a narco warrant. Speaking of stagnant air and not moving, I had a candle lit and I had the window open. It was just got to be too much. And like I said, 9 times out of 10 we usually try to get the water shut off, but sometimes we can't. I can only go to the super, tin him, and say, listen, we're about to do search warrant here. We need you to be up at 5 to shut down the water, and give him the apartment, and hopefully he doesn't work with these guys. And 99 times out of 100, they usually were straight up honest people. But sometimes we couldn't do that. And sometimes we couldn't go to the city main and shut the water down for the entire building. Or if worse came to worse, we had to, for like a high stress warrant, we shut down the water for the entire block. And I didn't like doing that. Some old guy getting ready for work is in the shower, and we just shut his water off. He's all lathered up and he's rinsing off, about to rinse off, and he just... No water. I mean, you try to inconvenience people as less as you possibly can. So we got this cloud in the hallway, and it just would not go away. It just those powder extinguishers, the powder's so fine, it's finer than talcum. And it gets everywhere. It gets everywhere. So they do their warrant. Okay. We go back to the base. At the time, I wasn't the equipment manager for the office. And we didn't have an equipment room. We had an equipment locker. We had a locker with shelves all the vests would be laid out in. And you had a locker for hard equipment like entry tools, fire extinguishers, dog nooses, stuff like that. So I take my helmet off. I wound up doing this myself. Throwing the helmet in the vest. I mean, in the locker. I hit the locker, and my partner hears the helmet hit the floor, and he hears the whoosh, and he goes, "Did you just?" I'm like, "No, I never touched anything. I just threw the helmet in the locker and closed the locker." He's like, "Look at the locker." I'm like, "What?" And through the vents, you can see that same white powder that we just walked through and were covered in coming through. I'm like, it's got to be the shit that was left on my helmet. He's like, "You just bitched for 45 minutes about this guy bringing the wrong extinguisher." Do you ever wonder why we have those extinguishers in there? I mean, if they're not part of the entry tools, why do we have those extinguishers in there? Why am I even going through this now? You know why we have those extinguishers in there? Because some guy was taking a crap on the toilet, and some guy thought it'd be funny to grab the CO2 one, put it under the toilet, and freeze his balls off, or grab the water extinguisher, put it on the top, and squirt him. So when it came time for a search warrant, and they just had to check the box that they had a fire extinguisher, they go and grab one that was in the building in the office. Why not pick it up and just? I guess you're right. That's how they wind up in the inventory. And nobody really checks the serial numbers and anything. You 3 red extinguishers. 1, 2, 3 red extinguishers. Check, 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 check. And we're on our way. Folks, as you know, Monday morning videos suck for me. I hate them. I got up actually at 4 o'clock this morning to make this video. I kind of wish I was still in bed. I was off Discord. I was off YouTube for the weekend. I went away. I had to take care of Pete. The Dutchman himself had to go make sure he was okay. And he is. I thank you guys for your support. Like I said, I thank the person who gave me this hat. And I thank Pistol for giving me that laugh this morning. It was just one of those things. Before I leave you, I want to say I appreciate you guys all your support. I appreciate everything you do for me. I try to entertain you as best I possibly can. Sometimes I fall short, sometimes I don't. The last couple of videos, the last video, my language kind of got out of control, which, listen, I just fell into the moment. These last 2 videos before that, you guys really enjoyed. I appreciate all the thumbs up. Guys, please share, like, and subscribe. Get this channel out there. We haven't fallen off. We're like at 1,045. We're still doing well. I'd like to see the number go up even more. My European connection out there, you guys are doing awesome. I appreciate the emails, the text messages, and everything. Well, emails from Europe, my friends from Ireland, my friends from Australia. Always glad to hear from you. Lola, I'll be on your show either tomorrow or the next day, whenever you come back on. I know you have a lot going on. And I got a friend going through something this last weekend who, she's in my thoughts right now, and I've been thinking about you all weekend. I know how hard it is to lose somebody, and I know how hard it is to remember the loss and the anniversary. And yeah, I love you, and I hope you know you can reach out to me. I've reached out to you plenty of times. You've always been there for me. Please reach out. And if you send me the hat, come on, we know each other better than that. You can just tell me you sent me the hat. Like, thank you. I never make a big deal out of it because you always ask me not to. But I got a T-shirt with somebody's name on it. I just don't know whose name goes on the shirt. So, guys, email, text, Facebook, YouTube, in the comments, anything. Get in touch with me if you want me to cover a subject. You want to hear about my early career, later career, middle career, career as a police officer, career in patrol, career in specialized units, or the time I was a detective in a certain case I was working on. I'm more than happy to expand on you. And if there's any topic in police work you want me to try to tackle, I will. I'm an open book for you guys. Not that I ran out of discussion topics. I was just working on something this weekend. I got a hobby of looking into old murders and stuff like that, and I was looked into the Hex Hollow murders this past week. That's what I was doing. I was up at Hex Hollow with friends and going through that and doing a whole bunch of research on that. I'm going to do that and the Cropsey serial killer murders in Staten Island right before Halloween. We maybe even have a Halloween show. You know, just to keep with the spirit of things. Halloween spirit. See what I did there for you? I did that for you. Did that for you. A little pun on words. Folks, anyway, hopefully Wednesday's show will be better. I got tired last night. It was a long drive. A lot goes into these shows. But I'll be critiqued later, and I will receive my punishment as is. So, alright, I'm Dustall. These are my discussions. Hope you enjoyed the pistol video. He was the highlight of my day. Hopefully he was the highlight of this video for you. I set the bar real low on this one. I want you to enjoy your work week. I want you to get through your work week. I will be here Wednesday to help you through your hump day. And I will be here Friday morning to remind you, hey bro, it's Friday. Time to get out and party. Yeah. Anyway, I'm Dustall. These are my discussions. Folks, I love you. Remember to share, like, and subscribe. Get me out there. Get me known. Pass me on to your friends. It's all the way I'm going to grow. Remember, I'm a grower, not a shower. Or am I a shower, not a grower? I don't even remember anymore. All right, bye.